Good morning. So I'm starting off in the cool of the morning. I haven't been out in my garden in a little while, so I'm anticipating harvesting some things, but I hope there's some things we can eat fresh, but a lot of stuff that I want to pick ahead of time to work on preserving this week. So we'll see what's out there. This is the point where it's easy to feel overwhelmed, and you kind of have to be on your game when you're growing like a large quantity of things. You have to be ready to deal with it and preserve it, especially the stuff that's perishable. But I've started over the last couple years when I've been gardening, kind of narrowing down what we grow and really only growing, seems obvious, but only growing what we'll eat, but also what will preserve well. So just sort of starting that juggling of time and picking it when you know you're going to have time to preserve it. So it takes a little bit of planning ahead and making sure you have stuff on hand, and like making sure you have freezer space if you're freezing stuff. So I'm getting better at it. Certainly not perfect, but let's go see what is in the garden and what will be dominating my life for the next week or so. So out here in the garden, those 2 rows of Brussels sprouts are doing awesome. I'm getting better at Brussels sprouts, making sure they're fed and have everything they need. Those won't be ready for a while. And then it's all flowers back there. But over on this side, I have some work to do. These 2 rows are potatoes. Those will be a little bit of time before I harvest those. Some peas that are past. I'm just going to leave those for now. Next is radishes. Now that's what I'm hoping. I'm going to check out and see what we've got going on today. How much there is that I can pickle. We do eat some fresh. It's a lot to keep up with. So I am hoping that I get a lot of those pickled. Got some kale and Swiss chard. I'm just going to let that grow for now. We still have a lot of fresh lettuce up by the house. Oh, now I'm seeing everything. I'm getting overwhelmed. The basil, so I'll be making pesto this week, and some odds and ends of things over there. Some zucchini and cucumbers and string beans. String beans also, I hope I will get so started on freezing those. But I wanted to show you guys these poor paths of this garden. Now, when I started it years ago, it was all lovely wood chips. And there is weed barrier under there with wood chips on the top of that weed barrier, which worked great for a while. What happened on top of that weed barrier and the wood chips is the wood chips break down, which is awesome. They break down over time and become great dirt and mulch, but they became dirt and mulch, so weeds started growing on top of the weed barrier. So after, we've just been mowing it this year, it's okay, but it's just kind of a pain. I don't know. We're reevaluating. I think at the end of this growing season, we'll pull up all the weed barrier just so it's not down there anymore, just because it was good for a season or so and then not good. And I don't want to have it under there. I don't want to keep just piling things on top of it. So we're kind of reevaluating. We might just, you know what, honestly, I don't know what we're going to do. So for now, though, let's harvest some veggies. Well, I finished the radish harvest. Gotta say, it's pretty disappointing. I don't know, the first year I did radishes, it was phenomenal. So I think it was the universe just messing with me, making me have one good year to think I'm good at this. And then every year since, I'm convinced I'm not so good at this. So I got some that we will eat fresh and put on salads, and then some for pickling. So I don't know, it's fun to try. So let's move on to, let's see, cucumber. We'll see what's down there for cucumbers and zucchini and string beans. Now out here in our cucumber bed, I already did all the pickling I'm going to do for the season. I didn't grow any cucumbers to be pickled. I only grow them to eat fresh because we have people in the house that eat them like crazy. So the one variety we've settled on is Silver Slicer. They're these really cool light colored cucumbers that are just a favorite in our house. So I'll pick those all season and they will just be eaten so quickly, and we will also put them on fresh salads. So hoping for a good harvest this year. I see some ripe in there now, so let's see what we've got. The other thing I like about Silver Slicers, not only are they delicious, but they don't get really fat and overripe very quickly. There's another variety of a white cucumber. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called, but it just, if you don't pick it at the right time, it immediately gets too tough. So these allow you a little bit of more wiggle room in terms of harvesting. Got some good cukes. Everyone will be happy. Okay, so last thing I'm going to harvest for today, which may take me a little while, are string beans. These will be some for fresh eating, but I'm going to try and freeze as many as possible. My one goal is to freeze enough for Thanksgiving, and then I would love to freeze some more. The thing about green beans is you think you're getting a ton, and then you go to preserve them, and it's a few meals. So I added a row of string beans this year, and hopefully we'll get more for the freezer. The risk I run is that I just won't be able to keep up with them and freeze them fast enough. So anyways, gonna give it a try and see what we've got to harvest today. Hi buddy, you helping? Might need your help carrying these baskets back up. So prepare yourself for that. Maybe you're just good moral support. Awesome. Okay, I say that's a civilized amount of green beans for right now, not too overwhelming. I'll just stay on top of it. These will be fairly easy to freeze. Hopefully, I say that out loud, and then we'll see how the week goes, but it's a good amount. So the last thing I want to check on before we go inside are the eggplants. But these cute little eggplants, this one probably could have gone a little longer, but she was sitting right on the ground, so I wanted to get her before she rotted. So a beautiful morning in the garden while we kind of take advantage of the cooler weather.